Welcome to You Rolling, a D&D podcast. Shadows of the Past, Part 2. Where last we left off, Fenrir arrived in Wavecrest, a town of smugglers, whispers, and danger beneath the surface. His search for answers on the Black Spiral smuggling ring led him to Captain Merrick at the Salty Seagull Tavern. Then, in the corner, he noticed the hooded figure, a Shadowfur, watching him from across the tavern, eavesdropping, waiting. Fenrir took action, approaching them directly. They spoke in hushed tones, a cryptic warning exchanged between former ghosts of the past. Before disappearing into the storm-wrapped streets, the figure left Fenrir with a meeting place. The cliffs, near the smuggling route, midnight. The hooded figure vanishes, but Fenrir's night isn't over. There's still loose ends to tie up before midnight arrives. The tavern is lively, but there's a shift of tension beneath the surface. The storm outside rattles the wooden shutters, the candlelight flickers. Merrick watches the door carefully, as if waiting to see if someone else was listening in. Merrick takes a slow breath, taking a drink before setting down his mug. He eyes Fenrir.
Well, that was subtle. If you weren't looking to keep a low profile, you just kicked a rock at a wasp nest.
What would you like to say to him, Fenrir? And welcome back to episode 2.
I know, man, but I've got to find all this information, and the only way I got to do it is to take charge and find out. But before I left, I was supposed to get some information from you. So, let's get another glass, and let's start.
So Merrick's, you guys are in a private booth at this point. When you first came in, you saw him in that private booth by himself, and he sort of sauntered over to the bar, and then, he served you, chatted to you for a bit, and then you guys walked over to your own private booth. He has another bartender and another wench doing sort of the rounds and stuff, yeah? So you've sat down again, and after saying that, he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's right." And he sort of taps the side of his pocket, and you hear like the chink of the gold that you gave him.
Yeah, you're right. There is some stuff we need to talk about. How about we, if you don't mind, it's probably better if we go in my office. We have more to discuss. That's alright with you?
Sounds like a plan.
So, you guys walk off. He walks you through the back of the bar, opens it up, and it's like just a tiny little office. You've got a couple of kegs of ale on the side. You've got a desk with like an ink and quill, from where you can see he writes letters for deliveries and things like that. And he goes, "Look, there's a hell of a lot more going on in this town than anyone was willing to admit, to be honest with you. And it's about time that someone sheds a little light on the shadows. The Black Spiral. It isn't just a smuggling group anymore. Not just moving goods across the seas either. They've become something more. Dangerous. I can't tell you all the details, but if you're planning on crossing them, know this. They don't deal in goods anymore. They're trafficking people. People who disappear. People you don't want to get close to, mate."
I understand. I spoke to the guy in the corner, and we've got a plan. But I need some more information, so I feel comfortable in this journey.
I get it. You lost the people. We've lost people as well. And it's tough, mate. It really is. Like I say, what I do know is that the person that was in charge before ain't around. I was keeping track of their shipments actually at one point. At least, I was until they stopped appearing on the records. One of their routes disappeared completely off the ledger. There was a name that stood out. Vanir.
the one they took off. He's the one that was pulling the strings originally. If you want to find out what's really going on, you're going to need to find him. Roll a history check.
18.
Ooh, okay. You recognise Vanir as a known figure in like underground circles. His name's been associated with dangerous operations in ports across like the archipelago.
Okay.
So where you're at in the archipelago now, you're on one of like the 4 or 5 islands off the coasts of some of the bigger like islands, right? And you know that his operations are most likely up north. But yeah, it doesn't sound all out of the ordinary that something like this of his caliber could have done something like this. But again, this guy's gone missing. Like I say, Vanir was a heavy hand around here. But to some extent, we had to deal with it. With him gone and the smugglers' shipments coming in and out so quickly, dunno, something seems really off.
When was the last time you saw him? And do you know the place? Because I've got a good idea. And if I can find him, that would be more than helpful.
The last time I saw him was probably 3 months ago. There was a lot of trade coming in back then, and to be honest with you, more tourists. It's died down over the last few weeks. Maybe something back then happened, but I mean, it weren't long after that things around the smuggling area went quite quiet, and we thought it was because there was other stuff going on in the mainland, but God knows. Could be anything at this point.
Right, I understand. So, my plan is to get a few things, some things that can help me on my journey, on my mission, and I'll be off. Is there anything you can help me with? Anything like some potions or any weapons or anything you think I might need on this journey? And if so, that would be more than helpful. You've helped me more than enough. I've got the information that I needed, and that's all I have to say.
Roll a persuasion with advantage. Roll again. Take the highest roll.
That's it.
Okay, so he gives you like just a nod of approval, and he goes, "Look, let me just have a look quickly. I don't know if it's going to work now, but it might. And there's one other thing." He starts rifling through like the sort of office of his room, and he pulls out this token. It's like a coin. On both sides, engraved into it, is the Duskwarren Citadel spires. So you'd see like stalactites, like these buildings are made out of just rock in the ground, and that's what like your standard currency would look like in general. You can tell that, but it's the same sigil on both sides, so you know it's like a fake coin flip. So if you were to be like heads or tails of someone, it'd just be heads on both sides. Okay. And he shows you that. If you do go anywhere near the warehouse, need entry, this coin might be able to help you. But again, like I said, it might only get you so far. Barlo, Otterfolk that works at the Tide's Bounty, his assistant has gone missing. Said that they were hearing loads of noises and seeing weird shit happening near the lighthouse. Like I say, once you step into this territory, I don't know what's going to happen. People have disappeared before, so I can only give you one more warning. But I wish you the best of luck.
Merrick, thank you. You've helped me, and I will only say thanks. And if I'm here, and I get out of this alive, just know I'll be here again.
It was nice meeting you, and I hope to see you again. And like I said, not many Shadowfur come about, and for you to buy one of the nicest drinks on the house. Already impressed me, mate. Then he gives you a handshake, and like he guides you back out the front of the tavern, and you like decide what you want to do, finish your drink, and decide what next. What's your next movement, mate?
Okay. So, do I know how to get to this place he just told me about?
He'd tell you where the Tide's Bounty is. It's one of the general stores further down the market. And with that, are you going to head there?
Yeah.
Okay. With that, we'll head through the town. You head through the town, and you come across a small little store with a wooden post with waves on it and the Tide's Bounty underneath it. And as you open the door, it sort of cling cling as you walk in. It's very quiet at this hour. Lanterns cast warm glow across the wooden shelves. The scent of salted fish, dried herbs, and old parchment fills the air. Barlo, a heavy-set, bearded otterfolk, glances up from the counter. He adjusts his glasses, eyeing Fenrir with mixed suspicion and curiosity.
Didn't take you for a trader, stranger. If you're looking for something special, I've got rare imports. Are you here about something?
Well, I just came from Merrick. I would say he's one of my friends, and he said it'd be a great place to come here to find some information. And I wondered if you could be of any use.
Well, to be very frank with you, these last few days have been ever so hard. Oh, Lyle, why did he have to? My assistant kept on going on about the lighthouse. Says he saw things he can't fathom or describe. Boxes moving, crates moving, and such. And to be quite frank with you, I just saw it was poppycock, to be honest with you. And for him not to turn up for 7 days on the trot, you know, this is not good. And I don't know what is the best approach for it all.
It's okay. What can I help you with? I'm on a mission tonight. And if I can be of any use, and it will help me in my journey, then I don't mind helping a fellow friend.
Roll an insight. Rolled a 1, mate. You don't see any change in his sort of demeanour or anything. He's still like, he senses that you've come in here with purpose. Like, you've come in here, you're not coming here. It doesn't look like you've looked at everything, but you come directly to him.
I don't know your intentions, young wolf. But what I do know is, whatever Lyle got himself in with is nothing I want to be involved with. But I miss him so. So, the only thing I ask of you is, on your travels, if you happen to come upon him, bring him home.
He rifles from under the counter.
Vanir was working at the warehouse before. These new folk, I don't trust them at all. They bring my exports in, throwing them around. My herbs, my potions. This is an establishment, and Vanir treated me with respect before. Regardless of the criminal activity we all know he's a part of. But this new lot, they're doing things that is just playing God.
He pulls out a key. He goes,
This is the usual key I would use to get to the warehouse. It's a side spot, away from prying eyes. But take care, young wolf.
He pulls out like a little booklet, and he goes, "This was Lyle's journal. Not much in it, other than a couple of trading export scribbles and this." He pulls out an old, crude-looking like layout of like, it looks like tunnels. It says Wavecrest tunnels, and that's what he gives you.
So I've learned a lot about this town, and it seems like everything is being pulled towards this warehouse. And I know it's going to be dangerous, but I'm going to have to find out for myself. So thank you for your assistance, and if I can bring him back, I will try my best.
Yes, I'm most thankful. If there's but one more thing I can ask of you, please. At my old age, I cannot move these boxes in here. Can you please, just a few for me?
That's not a problem.
Other than that, you move a couple of these boxes with ease, and you make your way out into the cold night of Wavecrest. It is nearing the time you would go to see the hooded figure, the Shadowfur. Is that what you'd like to do? Or is there anything else you'd like to do before?
So the warehouse is where we're going.
You don't know. He hasn't mentioned anything about the warehouse to you.
So can I go on this warehouse on my own, or is it like...
You can, but like, it's one of those things where you have been warned by both people you've interacted with already. Even, well, all three of them. If the Shadowfur is talking about what they're talking about, then yeah, it might not be a one-person thing. But again, you don't know what this Shadowfur's on. I mean, can you really trust him right now, or is it one of the things you want to just find out what he knows? It's up to you, my friend.
I will meet up with this Shadowfur. Once I meet him, I'll ask a question and roll for deception.
The storm rages on as Fenrir reaches the cliffs just outside of the town. Winds howl violently, and the smell of sea salt and rain permeates the air. The waves crash against the rocks below in a rhythmic fury. The cliffs are jagged, with only a few dim lanterns in the distance that guide the way. There is an unsettling quiet between the sounds of the storm, as if something is waiting. The shadow figure steps from the shadows, his hooded figure barely distinguishable from the night. His black cloak bellows in the wind, and his eyes gleam a cold, knowing gold. So you've come. I wasn't sure you'd show up. The Black Spiral. You've already crossed the line by looking into them. But that's nothing compared to what you're about to learn. They're not just smugglers anymore. Not by a long shot. They've gone full scale now. They control entire routes. But it's not just goods they're moving anymore. It's people. People who vanish without a trace. But it's worse than you know. They've got something bigger planned. Whatever they're hiding in that warehouse, you're gonna need more than a keen nose to get past it, man.
Well, while you was gone, I got some more information. And I got a few things that might help us. First, I got a token. I wouldn't say too much right now until we need it, but it may be of use. And the warehouse, I've got a key. So honestly, I don't know why you're worried. I feel like I've got this mission under control, and I do not fear what has to come.
Well, he looks at you with like a perk up at, oh, you've already got the key. Someone's been busy in the time that I spoke to you. I guess it was only a matter of time. It's something I haven't been telling you. He sort of takes off his hood and he shows you his full Shadowfur face. You see the scar that lines his face from countless fights and battles. You can see that he's a battle-hardened Shadowfur. Part of his left ear is torn, and the contrast to the light, like his fur has almost a greyish shimmer, so you can see that he's older. Dustworm, just like you. And there's a lot that's been happening. They aren't just the Black Spiral. These are just one of the factions. They're hiding under an alias, which is the Black Spiral, right? Their real names? This one is just the Obsidian Eclipse. They delve in black market, smuggling, and the fact that they're taking over Wavecrest the way they've been doing it, and the fact that Zinnia's gone, they're making big movements now. Look, back at what happened in the Citadel, me and my family had to go into hiding. I was on another mission. I'd only met your parents a couple of times, and I'm so sorry.
This is not the time for that, Chad. We've got a mission to complete. But honestly, I do thank you.
And he goes, look, Silverfane, we all know who did it. The ones that hide in the shadows still. We're after his head, just like you. I've been trying to find him for the longest amount of time by myself, because I forget my family involved. That's them gone. Now, what I do know is that he's just hiding. He's just pretending to be a black part of the Black Spiral. They're more than this. The Obsidian Eclipse, they're part of something darker, a darker shadow, an elite organisation dealing with things that could bring doom to this material plane. So I can only do what's within my power, but your younger generations, if you got it in you to get the job done, we'll pass the torch on. The warehouse is at the edge of the cliffs. You'll find it tucked away from the town's eyes, but getting in won't be easy. There are guards everywhere, and trust me, they're not just there to keep out drugs. They know who belongs and who doesn't. I've helped you enough. The rest is on you. He gestures to the storm raging around. Don't get caught.
So you're not coming with me?
I mean, if you still want me to. But, like I said, I can only do so much.
Okay, that's enough. I really did think you was gonna be here to help me for this mission. 2 would have been better than 1, but you have helped me. So, all I can do is thank you. And I guess I'll have to do this mission on my own.
Roll one more persuasion.
basics.
He goes, I won't be far. If I hear anything, you know I'll be there. But once you leave here, once you leave Wavecrest, you will have a lot more answers. Like I said, if Silverfane is a part of this plan, who knows what other ghosts might be lurking.
Okay, I've got an idea of what I plan to do, so I'm gonna have to leave you.
By the way, Vanir Shadowcloak. If you do need my help, like I said before, I won't be far off. I've managed to do some comms around the area. I've only seen a couple heads for now, but the way the shipment's been today, I mean, you saw it, a lot of black spiral crates. So if they're shifting anything, they'll definitely be shifting some stuff tonight. So if you're on it, get to it. What would you like to do then?
Step to this warehouse.
Alright, with that, he shakes your hand, and you just see him, like, run, but, like, as he dashes, it's like smoke, just sort of, and then he's gone. So, and with that, we have Fenrir by the cliff faces on his way to the warehouses. You see him approach the warehouse in the next episode of You Rolling. So we hope to see you rolling in the next one.
Peace.